What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is. It is your boy TheDryerNewt here, and today we are looking at Symfuhny, Mr. Hackuzation himself, and we're just going to be breaking down his gameplay and what he does and how he plays, and pay attention to his aim, his movement, his flicks, and how we can implement that into our daily aim and flicking routine. So Symfuhny, he's a Warzone player. He plays on a super low sense. I'm talking, he plays on a 400 DPI and has like a 8 in-game sense, which is literally half my sense that I play with. And that just goes to show that no matter what sensitivity you play on, you can still make it work. He is an arm player. You could tell he has his whole arm on the desk, and basically he just has really good control. On a sensitivity like this, you can have really good control in Warzone and basically just hit almost all your shots. That's how easy it is to play on such a low sensitivity like this. And when you play a lot of Warzone, a lot of something, you get really good at it, understand the movement, understand player behavior and how they react to certain situations, constantly getting yourself into situations. He's playing with Tfue right here. Everybody knows who Tfue is. So yeah, we're just gonna break down his gameplay, and right off the bat, I could tell you he does not have the most snappy or flicky aim, I guess you could say. Like, he could snap to targets in front of him and to the side of him, but he's really good at staying on target, and this is what I'm talking about, playing on a super low sensitivity like this. Now we can see that he has using one of the best class setups, the Kilo. This thing absolutely melts, and the Warzone class setups are different than the multiplayer class setups, basically because you want to build for range. You're using the MP5, and yeah, he's just going to work, man. Like, he does not miss a bullet, and like I said, the reason for this is playing on a lower sensitivity. And the reason why you can get away with the lower sensitivity in Warzone is because you are playing and your engagements and your enemies are a lot further, and there's very little situations where you have to do quick flicks. Now, a lot of people say, well, what happens like when you just like randomly flicks? Like, this guy is the bait king, man. He can bait people to think that he has hacks just by randomly flicking on somewhere, and he does that all the time. So I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, this guy is not hacking, man. He is just a really good player, knows the bullet drop, knows the recoil, and knows how to play this game. Also pay attention to his movement, how he pushes certain things. He doesn't always just rush right out in the open. His movement is super good, super consistent, and that is also like another key factor that I want to talk about. Aim is 20%, movement is the majority. Having good movement and map knowledge is what makes you a really good player. This guy has all of them combined, and he is just really crazy. Now, if you guys are Warzone players, you know that playing Warzone, you have one life, or not really one life, you have two lives technically, the gulag, and then if you're playing solo, that's all you have. But if you're playing with a squad, you know, they have to get money to revive you. And the one thing that makes this like so entertaining is that Symfuhny plays with like a lot of really good players, and it just goes through and wrecks people. Like, there's a lot of times where he dies. If you watch his streams, he dies and it's just like, oh yeah, well, whatever, I die. Like, he doesn't care. He's just going for the kills. He's going for the win, except when he plays in tournaments, okay? When he plays in tournaments, it's a little bit different of a vibe, but just slaying out in pub matches like he's doing right here, with there's not a huge amount of money on the line. It's just having fun, and it's a different type of vibe. Now, a thing that is also really easy that you could see is on the lower sensitivity, it is really easy to track people at far range. Your tracking is really good, but once you get up close, it gets really difficult. And I don't know if you noticed this, like I said earlier, his whole elbow, like, it's on the desk. Like, he's using his whole arm to aim, and it's not like really crazy flick movements. And like, that's just the thing that helps out in Warzone, having that lower sensitivity and just being able to hit all your shots where each of your shots matter. So going through here, just playing and vibing out, man. He's in hospital right now, looks like, and his movement, like, it's just cracked using the MP5. And another thing you notice is that your movement speed with the MP5 is faster than it is with a AR, with the Kilo. So whenever he's like slide canceling and running, he always has his MP5 out. So like right here, he doesn't miss a shot, reloads, and he's just looking for people. He also has a really good headset, really good PC. Look at those frames. He's getting like 180, 100, like really high frames. He has a really good, he actually has the same monitor I have. So that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, just being able to slay out, look at him back off there. Like I said, nothing like crazy movement, just a traditional, you know, PC aimer. And like I said, you could achieve this too if you play on a lower sensitivity. The thing that you have to get used to is, I mean, look at that, just going in and just wrecking everybody, hip firing. And like his aim's not shaky, it's nice and smooth and consistent. And when you have that, it is because playing, like I said, on a lower sensitivity. The thing that you're going to have to really practice is getting used to using your whole arm to aim. And it's really easy. Once you spot people, it's super easy to kill them. It's super easy to win the gunfights, because like, look at this, he's mounted up, it's not moving. He's just controlling it, and it's so easy because you have your whole arm and your wrist to move. And I also believe he plays on a lower ADS sensitivity too. Someone correct me down in the comment section below. But yeah, this is the gameplay, man, and it is absolutely nuts. Just going through and just playing, practicing, having fun, and just knowing your aim could be this good on a lower sensitivity. I did a lot of high sensitivity players. This is a low sensitivity player, well known, and this is actually going to be the new series that we're going to be doing called Understanding the Greats, basically, where I'm just going to be doing what I'm doing here, breaking down and talking about, you know, what makes different players good. And I'm going to start branching out to players other than Call of Duty. So we're going to be taking a look at CSGO players, taking a look at Valorant players, you know, just people that have really insane, like, cracked aim. It might not be the flickiest, it might not be the flashiest, but their aim is just super consistent and super good for them. So like, he spots this guy right here, look at this, just beams him, headshots, sees another guy, they're jumping off, and this is just the fine control with that small a lower sensitivity and being able to track people like that. And that's what you need in a game like Warzone. Not to say that players with a high sensitivity can't do this, it's just easier on a low sensitivity and easier to be more consistent. So yeah, like, that's pretty much all I have to say about Symfuhny, man. No, he's not hacking. He's just playing on a really low sensitivity, a really nice, fluid, consistent sensitivity for him. And he's still able to do 180s and turn around on people. It's just not on a super high sensitivity. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. We're going to be having more of these videos out in the future. Always remember to stay blessed and stay humble. And that's pretty much all I have to say about Symfuhny, man. His link will be down in the description below, even though everybody already knows who he is, because like I said, Mr. Hackuzation himself. As always, guys, have a lovely day. Peace.